Hello, hello, hello. Oh, sorry, bumped the microphone. Hello. Does the noise filter work today? Oh, what to do with my hair? I'm doing well. I'm in a bit of a time crunch, but I got time to stream. We always have time to stream. Did you get a haircut? No, they fell off. Well, technically I got the mole cut. No, yeah, I did get a haircut. I was thinking I'm going on a trip this weekend for 2 weeks. I might as well get a haircut before I go. I need, what do I need? I need image. Because today we're planning out some of the main base. And maybe even get started on some designing of the main base. Which is gonna be interesting. I have a really cool idea. Where are you headed? We're just going with the fam, so I'm not gonna say where we're going, but we're going on a bit of a holiday with the family. You know, spending some time with my brothers, sisters, and my parents. No, that's not what I need. I need screenshots. There we go. Okay, we're gonna open this in Photoshop. Okay, here's a little thing that I like to do when I start working on a bigger build or on a terrain or on something that I don't really know what to do with, like with the area that I'm working with. I like to use, you could use Paint, you could use GIMP, you could use whatever. I have Photoshop at my disposal, so that's what I'm using. And I like to take an image, a screenshot of my area, which is, this is where we are, right? This is gonna be my base. And I try to sketch out some of the ideas that I have and some of the main areas that I want to work on. Right? So that's the plan. That's the first thing that we're going to be doing today. And then we're going to get into the world, the actual world, and start placing down some of the plans that we came up with. That's the plan for today. I think you can use Axiom too. I've never worked with Axiom though, so I don't know. Am I only thinking a bit? I kind of want to do something with that cave though. I kind of like that. That is okay. So the idea, let's hello Trollesh, welcome in. We're planning out the base today. Thank you. Never have I, neither have I. Yeah. So we're gonna put in a layer, and so a thing. Let's put a little bit of a smaller. That's all. So what I want to do is, like city, right? Is one of my ideas. City, but like ancient, right? We're going back to the good old days. Ancient. Inspirations is Olympia, the Greek city of Olympia, but not Greek. Because I don't want people to go into the almost like an ancient city. Yeah. I don't know. So I want it to be an acropolis, which basically means, for the people who don't know, it's a city on top of a mountain, or a fortified mountain, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to place down, and this is the decorative part. So this top right here, that top of the mountain, is basically going to be, I kind of want it to be like some temples, some buildings, like just sacred areas, basically. That's what I'm going for. But I don't want the typical Greek columns with a what are they called? They have a fonton. Is that what they're called? So I don't want these kind of buildings where it's like all columns. I kind of want to mix different styles together. So a big idea that I had was the one tower with the eye. Maybe. But take some Asian temples, right? Which have these like fancy 2-story buildings, right? Some of those. I want to go Persian as well, which have like a dome on them, and then a square building, right? That's also one. I kind of also want to get some Aztec in there, which is like these large stepped pyramids. And then some we could get some what are those called? Those Hindu like almost they kind of look like fancy witch hats. Indian temples images. What are they called? No, it's not Indian. Is it Indonesian? Did you see Ziggurat? I don't think I do. Oh, I have seen that, yes. I've seen that pass by. That's very... It's giving me Middle Eastern, which is kind of fun. But I don't know where it is or what that... what it entails. But I would love to learn about... Oh, these are the ones that I was talking about. These bell shapes. What are they called? Bell shape bells. I don't know. Yeah, these. That's a very small image. Can I get a bigger image? Come on. I know you can do better. Open image in a new tab. Like, I want to get some of these in there as well, but then bigger, right? Where it's like, I would have to figure out how to do the bell shape. What a ziggurat? Yeah, no, I don't know what ziggurat is, where it is, or what it is. You can rotate with valves. That would be fun, but that's gonna lag out the server so big. That is a contraption that size is gonna be so. I don't think I could handle it. But the idea is to have an Acropolis. So the main temple would be on top, right? Big building. That would be the highest point on the mountain. And then your mountain would kind of go down. You would have more temples set around it in various heights. And then you would have a wall around it that leads to the city. So that's the plan, right? And then we can do some create stuff with the temples. Like certain temples can have create elements to them. 100% agree, would be great. Ziggurats are Mesopotamia. Yeah, okay. So I was correct. Middle Eastern vibes. I like it. I like it. It's huge though. It's more like a temple complex than, or at least it looks like a temple complex than just a temple. I like it though. It gives me mastodon. Stam, you have a Twitch baby. Also, happy for you. I'm happy for you. You got channel back. Stam, you need to name. I did get a haircut. I need you to name your Twitch baby. Stam, I need you. It's been 9 months. I need you to name your Twitch baby. Jeff? Oh, okay. Jeff is a good name. Let's call him Jeff. We'll write it on there. Jeff. There you go. Jeff, your Twitch baby. Jeff it is. Jeff is going into the jar with everyone else. We have another. I'm just gonna wait here. Wait until this camera gets not blurry anymore. 2 months from alarm. See a little picture. There you go. Tier 1 as well. In the jar as well. There we go. Look up the Lego pyramid set. It's so cool. That's a dope profile pic. I know, right? It's so cool. Let's see. Lego pyramid set. Did this one? That is cool. That is cool. Is it? Does it have an interior as well? Oh, it does. The shell comes off. Ah. Interesting. See, Andrea, this is a very bad thing. Because this one is probably very expensive, and now I want it. Now I want it. Okay, let's go back to planning out our area. Okay, so we have Temple Hill, basically. Then I want this city to. I want this city. I've already talked about this, right? It's like a little under 200. Dude, I don't know why, but they're so expensive. I've already talked about this city not being used as a farming area. I would probably be the only one on the server, but I like the idea of making a city that's purely based on games and interaction, right? Of course, we'll still be using Create, and we'll still produce certain elements for ourselves, right? Certain items that we still need, but I don't want to rely on export. If you're going to make a temple, should have bow tree. What's a bow tree? Also, if you guys have temples that I need to look into, let me know, because I want temples from all over the world on this hill. I want this to be so disconnected from anything. Not particularly a specific religion, but specific temples, right? I don't want this needs to represent Christian or Muslim or Jewish religion. I want you to look at. The only one I can come up with is like the Temple of Zeus at what is it, Belbach or something like that. But come with me with specific temples that you like because of the roof, or a specific temple that you like because of the shape of the temple. And then I can mix and mash. Like, let's say we like the roof of Temple A and we like the wall design of Temple B. We can squish these together, right? Empire's 2 sprites for temples. Ooh. AoE. I like that. E2. That's a good shout, actually. Temple design. Temple sprites. It's a Buddhist temple thing. The fig tree, the bow tree, I might look into it. Okay. Okay. I see where you're getting to. AoE is Trolash, if you're doing that. If you end up doing that. It's been a while since I've played AoE, but you know. You know. It's been a while since I've played AOT. Alright, let's get back to this. So, area 1 is going to be our Temple Hill, right? Since this is a city of games and game designers, Birdie loves AOT too. Oh, maybe. We're gonna have the inhabitants of the city are gonna be game designers and game builders, and these you kind of see where this dips down, right, and forms another platform, right? This area right here is gonna be our city part, basically a combination of houses and workshops that build mechanics for games, and we'll house some farms that we need to get some wood. We need to get some stuff right there, right? Quest Redeemer, Giant Blaze. We could do that, actually. Yes, we could do that. We could get some buildings in, or some statues in, for sure. And this will also be where my workshop is gonna go, right? My base. This basically is my base. It's gonna be a city. I like putting my my base not in one building but in several different ones. So this is gonna be base area, and then the lower part of the city, the kind of thing that stretches down, right, like here. This is where we're gonna house some of our games, right? We can put in you know that arena thing that we were working on last stream? We could put in an arena over here. We could put in some other games over here. Have like a little market square in the middle. And then of course we'll have a train station coming in, like maybe over here or over here, somewhere. So that's the base ID. Spiny Tower of Pisa. We could put in a Tower of Pizza or something. But yeah, this is the idea. Then we'll have a connection from here. Can I get another color? I like my colors. We'll have a connection from here up to here, and then we'll have a connection up here. These are going to be some roads, or even like elevators, escalators, whatever we can come up with. But that's the plan. Anyone, any objections or ideas that we can add to it? I kind of want to make an oracle as well. And so somebody commented on the cave, but like adding an oracle in the cave where people can get their fortunes read would be pretty cool. It would be Create Oracle, by the way. It would be something completely mechanical. It would do some funniest things and then spit out a fortune. Kind of like Grumbot, but not Grumbot. I don't like that I call it Grumbot just now, because now everyone is going to call it Grumbot, and I'm going to get comments that say, oh, you're just copying what they did. Fortune cookies? Fortune's cookies would be funny. I don't know how I would do that, though. Fortune cookies. There's no way to hide something in a cookie. Fortune eggs. Again, no real thing to name eggs. Yeah, okay, but that's stupid. Name eggs, and only if you get a chicken, it will come true. That could be funny. We can make it an entire thing where you need to go and grab your egg in the cave, and then you have like a little altar where you sacrifice the chicken. If you don't like it, true. Little altar where you sacrifice. If you get a chicken, you have to sacrifice it. Would be kind of cool. And only then it will come true. If you don't get a chicken, you're done. That's a good idea. Fortune eggs. Let's do. Oracle of egg. There you go. Oracle of egg. Farnesy Atlas, but holding... Farnese Atlas, but holding an egg should be in it. That'd be kind of funny. They like with the Create trailer 2022, make an entire journey and then make a cookie, and the rest is a normal ending. You could do that. I kind of like the chicken idea though. I kind of like the chicken idea, the egg idea. I mean. Okay, I like where we're going with this. I'm gonna go into the actual world now. Boom. Done. We're in the world. Welcome. This is a creative copy. It's single player. Chosen's right over there. If you want to know where this is located, if I stand here, Chosen's gonna be right over there where the water is. This cave is pretty. It's not big. It's just the entrance looks big. It's not deep at all. Yeah, it's Trollesh. Same. That's why I'm here. Okay. So this Temple Hill. I kind of want to describe the boundary first. So I'm gonna grab some red wool, and we're just gonna go across, like through the forest, and just kind of roughly get a border in. And I'm planning skyscraper. Oh, we're going the completely opposite route. I'm doing the let's go back in time thing and add some steampunk into it. You're going, let's go forward and add some steampunk. Okay, so that's gonna be Temple Hill. It's quite large, and probably we will cut it off somewhere. Probably over here. We'll have it drop off a little bit. Because this boulder, I like this boulder for some reason. Yeah, we'll probably wrap it around. Maybe even get a wall in on this side. Flatten it out a little bit. Legion is Roman punk. That's why I want to stay away from the Greek stuff. I like Greek architecture. Don't get me wrong. I love that love that stuff. But it's a bit too close to what he's doing, so we're gonna avoid it for now. And then over here we'll work with the terrain, so the houses will be up and down, but this is where we're gonna plant in our second area. So I'll need to like figure out a way to really get around this. We'll probably raise some of this up a little bit, but not too much. The only thing I need to be able to see is, if I fly up, I need to see the boundary of where we're going with it. I don't know how far I'm going to get into building this on the actual server, but it's good to have a general plan of where you're going. I don't think I'll be able to fill all of this out. I might just copy up some builds and just build one or two of them and place them in with schematic cannons. just to fill up the mass of the area. I know it's gonna feel like it's copy pasted, but I think that's the only way to actually get a decent amount of these guys done. Then, ooh, I like this. We can definitely work with that. Like a little bridge over a waterway that flows into the ocean. Yes, please. And then we go up here, and that would be it. So it's quite the large area, but it's not the largest town that we've built. Like, I've built larger towns than that. I've done it over a couple of months, but hey, it's fine. A wobbly bridge? Yeah, exactly. Well, it wouldn't be wobbly. These would be skilled craftsmen, right? So it wouldn't be wobbly, but it would be something out of I don't know. We'll see. Now, what I wanted to work on today, like actually work on, is either my actual starter house, like not my starter house, but my actual house with my workshop in it. Which I feel like either needs to go somewhere over here or it needs to go closer. Kind of like the idea of having it here so I can step out and see like the temples and then the games that we've built. I like that idea. Because then, like, all these trees are gonna go. I hope we know that. Trees gone. And we're not doing it with a machine. I don't want to flatten out the valley too much. I like the idea of being on this lower area. We could do just delete all the trees, but it's not something I can do in the game, like in the actual world, so we will have to cut them all down. But I can do position 1. Let's get... I'm just gonna get rid of all the trees for now, and then we'll see what we do with them in game. I'm gonna go in the water somewhere over here. That should do it. Right there. And we are gonna do slash position 2. Expand vertical by 200 blocks. Hello? Okay, that's fine. That's all of them. And then we have a simple command that does slash replace spruce log with air. No, we don't want to do it. Never mind. There we go. Oh wait, it didn't. Okay, it's fine. And then replace spruce leaves with air as well. Hey, gotta love world edit. Gotta love world edit. Let's do that again, but for this area over here. We'll do you. Position 1. See, for things like these, I still like world edit. I know people are going to be like, oh, you should use Axiom, but just for command work and just getting rid of stuff, world edit is still kind of good. That doesn't say I shouldn't get into Axiom. I really need to. Do you think Foxy's method of clearing stuff? What's his method? Hello, DK Gamer. Welcome in. Why did we not do anything? 0 blocks have been... Oh, I know why. I need to expand. Okay, and then we do a schematic and empty to the empty mountain. I mean, it's fine. It's in the game, so don't really care for it. Okay, we have a blank canvas. Blank canvas. I kind of want to work on a starter base. Or, I keep calling it a starter base. It's not a starter base. It's gonna be our workshop. So maybe we should figure out what we want.
You can use the mod that Stam uses. He just presses couple of keybinds and done.
What did I say? What did I say? I said, I know I can use Axiom, but I like doing it with World Edit. For the reasons I just figure. So, my question is, do we bring this out a little more and like fill it in until here? That's gonna cut a lot of our playground, basically. Or we just use this little platform and then we build houses up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just use this little platform. We can always expand if we need to. I want to get it in right now. Try to make your base into that cave. No, I have a way better idea. I want to make my base a bat cave. Yes, you heard me right. I want to make it a bat cave. No, I want like a not a small house on top, but like just like a house with some stuff around it, and then I want the entire floor to sink down into the actual workshop. How about going team game masters, casinos, and more? I don't like the idea of just making casinos. Sure, we can add a casino. I'll build a casino at spawn if they want to. But this would be more in the sense of like not a ritualistic game, not like the Olympian games from ancient Greece, but something similar. You know? Like, I kind of want to get everyone together, maybe even invite some other people and play these games to decide a true victor or something like that. Or maybe we have people team up. That would be fun. Okay, so, house. I have a few ideas. I had a few ideas, which I might actually... Let's just save that, which is good. I'm gonna go into the test world right here, because I had an idea, and I kind of want to see what it looks like in here. Not that. Yeah, floor flat with world edit. Just use fill. I don't want to make it flat though. I kind of want it to look like this. Like this would be like the base of the building. And then this entire circular floor would sink down. We would have our guy over here to get into our inventory. We would have like a kitchen here. Yeah, I kind of want to bring that in. Hidden factories, workshops in plain sight. Built by winning and triggering something. Something like that, yeah. I like this design. Needs more color. I mean, sure. And we'll add like a lot of copper and a lot of create elements to it. This is very basic, right? But like we can... One thing that you can do, and one thing that I've noticed that looks really good, or goes really well with the tuff and limestone, is some orange as like a pop of color. So that's one of them that I want to add, some copper here and there. But then the oxidized stuff also kind of works, right? So we can go. Do I have house design somewhere? I think I do. So for the houses, for the actual houses, right? Oh, like face base with big check underground base. I don't think I'll do like check underground base, but like I want this to be the style of the town, of the city, right? So a lot of that copper, a lot of spruce as well, because we're in a spruce biome. We'll get some deep slate in there, and then some of the spruce from Create components. We could even dye them, right? Make them into other colors. I think that works. It's a lot better than the quartz that I tried out, because this is too white. So this is gonna be this famous sticky outy bits. Yeah, I like the sticky outy bits. But this is gonna be like the townhouses, so we'll get a copy of this ready to go. Of course, not all of them are gonna be this size, right? They're gonna be different sizes. Some are going to be smaller, some are going to be bigger, but this is like our goal, right? Area selection, adorable builds. Oh, dude, I try my best. I love this balance. It's, dude, people always want to go for like vibrant colors, but having two basic colors like deep slate and limestone, and then adding some copper and spruce, and it just builds up over. It just builds up, adds up, and it's not fancy at all. Sorry, I'm late. You are never late in stream. You can come in whenever you want. So schematic, small house. That's small house, and then we go big house, which is my house. That thing. So we'll do the same over here. We'll probably do like a lot of copper. We'll replace like some roofs in here with copper ones. Maybe like these smaller ones over here. We'll add like a copper dome. I like domes. The question is how I want to set up the actual workshop. So we'll copy what I have, and then we'll work on it on the server. The bad thing about this one is I'm gonna do this with Lightmatica, so it won't copy in all the bytes and stuff, which is gonna be annoying. But it should be an easy fill, like these ones. I mean, get steps, but that should be fine. What's this mod? This Lightmatica. And the only reason I like doing it this way, outside of the Create way, is because I can transfer these to non-Create builds, or to a non-Create schematic, so I can use it with Lightmatica. Schematic, because let's do that. Copy of the world. Now it's gonna burn through my frames for half a second because this world is crazy. It's not that bad, actually. How we all doing, chat? Yeah, chat, how are we all doing? It's a great question. Load schematics, small house. Because I just want to see what it looks like within the world. Oh, this will. Oh, I already like it. The color is gonna pop with the grass. Right, like imagine that we're gonna rotate this. And then we'll place it like, I kind of want it to fit like right in here. I'm gonna make cheese. See you later. Have a nice cup of tea. Right, and then we'll bring up the area a little more, but that will look crazy. Also, I want it to be the other way around because I want the cogs and stuff to be facing the other way. Just imagine standing down here. That's gonna look great. If you can get like a balcony on there, like another balcony, maybe on here or on there, that'd be great. Have a little walkway in front of it, because this is the door. The walkway, a little like area for some plants, a little like a little overhang so we can have some storage outside, a little workshop at the back. And this would be like one house, and then we'll dot these around over here. Of course, different sizes, different shapes, different looking ones as well. Like not all of them are gonna be limestone and deep slate. I want to get some limestone and tuff in there as well. But that's the small house, so that's good. I like it. Now let's get this big one in here. Let's see. We're gonna rotate it with the door that way. Like that makes the most sense. Configure rotation like that. Then we'll push it back, push it down. Yeah, something like that. So we'll have like a little road coming up right here, and then the road will continue up that way, and it'll just pass by here. I didn't put in the floor, but that's fine. We can improvise a new floor. Let's make this flat, but mostly just inside the house. I know I could do this with floor. It's not that big of an area, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay. Now we can do this, and then I think, I don't know what I set this as, but is it delete? No, that's just, no. Nope, that's the different one. Is it page down? No, no, no. Schedule task. What? Yeah, let's check. Configuration. Paste, 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 paste. Always. What is it? Paste to, no. Paste to use fill command, no. Paste ignore blocks entities entirely. What is that? There is a way to do pasting, or to paste the entire building. Question is, how do I do it? GUI, no. Easy place toggle is not what we need. Execute operation is also not what we need. Clone selection, no. And selection. Ah. Place replace behavior, no. Let me look it up. In tool mode. X, have you done your hair? I have, yes. Well, I didn't do it, but I haven't done it. So it is the execute operation, which I don't have. Three, okay. Easy place hold enable, no. Easy place mode, not what I need. Happy birthday. I don't know whose birthday it is. It's not mine though. But happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is. I like block inventory, no. Layer, no. But what is it? Okay. Visuals, enable rendering. Cool, that's fine. Generic paste replace behavior. Paste. Paste, fill command, no. Wait, what? Oh, here. No, that's restored behavior. I don't see. Let's just, let's just. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. I need to find one that's not another button that I use anywhere else. Let's do right control. No, that's in use already. F12 maybe. No, wait, never mind. That's also not gonna work. Let's just go down the F. Oh, right. F11 is never gonna work. F10. Wait, how? Okay, I used to be able to do this. Why is this not working? Okay, let's try that then. try that again. Nope, still not working. There we go. That's what we want to see. Good. So we have a little area left at the back. We'll fill up this with some important stuff like dirt. Just gonna come over here and make sure we meet somewhere in the middle. Like that. We're gonna get rid of this, of course. And then over here, we're gonna bring this out a little more. Not too far, just enough for it to be accessible, basically. Okay, right, let's do /fill with grass block. Fill them up. We'll fill this in as well. Oh, that's not. No. No. That's not. That's not the plan. You know, shouldn't be filling in the road. Why? Cause this. Okay. And then over here, it's gonna be somewhere along these lines. Right, now that should work. Without filling in the entire world. Great. Looks a lot better. Although I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the little pit. I kind of want to turn it into a lake. Good. Let's think about this guy. Let's talk about this guy. First things first. We are gonna get rid of the floor. And put in our own. Again, I know I can do this with roll edit, but roll edit is not as precise as I am. So bear with me. Bear with me, chat. Honestly, you know what? Let's keep these so I can get the walls in later. Right, now we need to do this little room, and I think that's gonna be it. What kind of floor would be good in here? Do we want to do granite? I think granite might actually work. Like the cut granite. You know? Might actually be really nice. And then we can sprinkle in some cut granite brick to get... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do /fill with create layered granite. And I do like 80% layered granite. Percent layered granite. Oh no, we need space, right? Or not? Do we not need space? No. Oh, we need to do the 80% before. With 80% layered granite. Right? Oh, sure. Granite and then comma. Create 20%. Oh. Again, 20%. Create cut underscore granite bricks. 100. Okay, I don't mind it. And then we get our circle in that we're gonna be bringing down, which might be nice to get a bit of a contrasty color, but not too much. A little bit of an off color, you know? What, it's 5? Yeah, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. 2, 3. So that's the area that's gonna move down, basically. Hi Chumo, welcome in. How you doing? What's up? The sky. The sky is up. I know it's a stupid joke, but I like it. Okay, so that's gonna be that. Then we're gonna have a way to get access to our items over here that we request. I almost clicked off. Don't go because I'm off my stupid jokes. There's no need to go. Okay. So I want to glue all of this, right? Boom and boom. Now of course we need to glue this guy. Although I'm not sure if I want this to be here. Like, preferably I want like basic blocks. So we come in, we see this guy right here. This is gonna be our store clerk. Great. So this guy does need to be glued together. Same with these, come on. Like that, and then that. And come on. That. Honestly, just get everything, please. Thank you. Good. So, one big piece of ground that we're gonna bring down. Can we push this down and just create like a tunnel that way? I think we can, right? Or we could put drills underneath it and have it just drill down. But I think we can use a piston. Where are you? Mechanical pistons. Right here. Mechanical piston, like that. And then we can just crank it down, I guess. Why are you in creative? Because we're trying to design our new base for after the dungeon. Is it not gonna work? Unmovable block. Deeps. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're doing. We're gonna have to put drills underneath this. Which is good practice for when we're actually doing this. Let me do options, video settings, brightness. Like, I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Dude, how big is this platform? Okay, good. Okay, keep there. Two. Oh, if you're asking why I'm in creative, this is a creative copy of the world. This is not the actual server. We're just planning out a build. I don't have anything to do on the server for now, because I don't want to start anything, because I'm leaving for a trip tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, on Saturday. So I don't want to start anything new. Right before I leave. I just need to crunch and get the video done, because I don't want to be working on that next week. Do that, and then we know that in the actual build we'll have to we'll have to make this with some of the good old-fashioned drills, but for now we'll do this. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Make the system where you have a drop to enable. Wait, what? You have to drop a certain item to enable the pulling system? We could do that, but for now I'll just do. I'll make the hole first. Slash replace air. Do that again. Then do this with this guy. And then this guy. With this guy. We do have some cave axes, which could be fun. But that also means that we have to go work that way, which is fine. Because this way I don't think, yeah, we don't have that much space. I would have liked having it come out in the middle of the room, which we still could, but then just have this be the middle and then go out that way, I guess. I mean, that's possible. We could like, let's do down one more, right? First of all, let's get rid of these. These are going to be annoying otherwise. Like that, and then these also need to be built. These are still source blocks. Yes, they are. Let's do this again. Boom, and then that. What did I missed something somewhere. Oh, I misclicked, so okay. Never mind. That actually makes sense. Why don't you use Axiom? Because I've never gotten into it. I still need to learn how Axiom works, and for now, I need this to be quick. And I work a lot faster with World Edit. It's not because I don't want to use it, it's because I don't know how to use it. So let's do... Yeah, I guess that's probably the height that we want to go for. We don't want to fill this in. Okay, never mind. We want to fill this guy in. And then we make this square, or square this off at least. And we go, you. This is gonna flood the area a little. We go back here for a while. This is gonna be annoying, I already know it. Come on. Come on. Just trying to eliminate any surface water getting into our actual thing. So I need to fill up the rest as well. Okay. And then do that. Replace with air. Is that... I don't think that's big enough. We're probably gonna get like a dome in. So we would do that and then have two right here. Right? Like that. And then the rest would come in here, I guess. Two, and then that one stays. Bro keeps expecting me to do my job. What the heck? Dude, so rude. So rude. How can they? What are we thinking? I feel like that needs a steeper roof on it. Like, I feel like we need to get rid of these. Right? And then just take the middle up a notch. Yeah, that looks better. So we basically come down, boom, and we have like our workshop, which will be automated, of course. Question is, how do I want to automate it? Because I also need storage. Like, I want to put storage in here as well. So either we do workshop at this side and storage on that side. My butt hurts. Okay. That's a bit too much information, but fine, I guess. First of all, let's figure out this thing first, right? I think workshop kind of like the contraptions you and I worked on. Yeah, stuff like that. Just automating every process that I need to craft anything up, basically. But also, like, I want to have certain elements always in stock, if I can, right? If I have the stuff for like, I always want to have a couple of iron sheets, a couple of brass sheets, a couple, you know? That's kind of the plan. A shulker of things. I don't need a shulker of everything, but would be nice to have it. I'm thinking of how I can move this down without having to get an entire piston set up. But a piston would be the easiest way to do it. You know what we could do over here? We could, on this side, we can extend this, right? We can do this again. And then just over here have like our power source set up. Because I'm not dragging on Beardy Power all the way over here. Creeper turned its head like, oh hey man, yeah, exactly. He knows who's the boss. He knows who's the boss. The thing is, how much power does one need for a workshop, just in general? Right? How much would someone need for a workshop? Would a small... Okay, that's a bit too much. Depends on how many crushing wheels. I would have like one crusher, but then I also want a small cobblestone farm. I kind of like the idea of having like it will be like fenced off, but that's going to be power, and then this is going to be our actual workshop. I don't think doing the same thing that I did in the actual, like, in the dungeon, doing the same thing I did there is not gonna be good enough for what I want over here, right? It's not gonna be powerful enough. This is where the actual floor is gonna go, so Need to mark that out. Okay. Let me set this world to peaceful. I don't want to set it to peaceful because that is going to ruin the dungeon that's in the save file. And I don't want that. So you guys need to like not spawn right now. You're going to have the floor descent? Yes, that's the plan. Let me despawn those guys real quick. I have the dungeon in here, and I don't want to break it because that's the save I want to use for testing. Like that should be far enough for it to be, for them to be despawned right now. So that's the plan. Have the floor descent. The question is, do I want to set up an entire like elevator system? Yes or no? I don't know. Like I could hide an elevator system in here somewhere. Like I could hide it over here. And that would be the easiest way of doing it. The question is, how smooth can I make? I mean, I could bring power up here and have the pulley. I do need a way to get contraption controls in here then, but that's fine. Elevator pulley has to go in here then. Which is not the worst, but it's also not great, you know? Because I don't want it hanging from the roof. That wouldn't look good, you know? Or I could go central, but then I need to get power from here. But that would make most sense, and then we can put like a little casing around it. Probably would have to do that. Too bad this doesn't go. Like, I don't want that to show, though. Because the good thing about here is... Oh, no, I don't have... Never mind. I thought I had another block of space behind it to bring up the power. I could do this, though. Like, I have space over here, so I could put it over here. And then have the power come through here. Behind the walls, basically. If I do that, I'll come into this place, which is fine. I would not mind that. Let's build a power facility first. Let's build a power facility. Also, maybe we should decide on a floor first. I think I'll just do whatever, like what I always do, which is replace with create layered deep slate. Kind of like how the darkness of the deep slate always contrasts with everything else. Now, power. How do the other guys do lava? So I could make an infinite hole, I think, in here. How many blocks does an infinite? It's 1, 2. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Like I could have just a hole in here that's big enough. 10,000 blocks. So that's 10 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 10 by 13. How many is that? That's 130. Never mind. And then 10,000 divided by 130 is how many layers? 76. However, Foxy did 100 source blocks slowing down. Does that work as well? Because what I would do, like what I would do is go here, right? This block right here, and then just go down. How many layers is this? Because we don't want to count this one. We want to count from here. No, I went off of. Never mind, didn't go, of course. Okay, so we want at least 76, which this is 70. This is 70. This is 70. A little over. This is over 8. This is 80, which is fine. So we'll do 2. So that technically, if I fill in this entire thing, right? This technically would be an infinite lava source. Now you're saying, what your guys are saying is, slash replace air stone. Same over here. And always go from the lowest point to the highest point. So what you guys are saying is if I do flowing stuff, right? That would also work. Because I think didn't they fix that bug? Didn't they fix that bug? Like, we can try it. I don't know if this is gonna be 100 though. So that's 10, right? Each of these is 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 70. I don't want to make it deeper. Unless I can also get these guys to be source blocks. Like, I can actually fill these with source blocks. You know what I'm gonna do, right? Let's do slash fill stone. I'll figure out a way to do this in vanilla, but by now slash get rid of these, then slash fill with lava, and then get rid of the stone. D slash fill lava 100, of course. Okay, and then we get you and you replace with air, which should start flowing. Gotta get rid of that guy. So you're saying this would also work? I know it's only 100 blocks. This is more than 100 though. So what I want to do now is we'll have a walkway. As long as it flows down to cover 110k blocks, it will count. That feels like it shouldn't be a thing. Feels like it shouldn't be a thing. It's so cheesy, and it's probably kept it. Yeah, I somewhere I heard, I knew of that bug. I thought they would have patched it by now. Because this is as easy as just building in a floor, getting all the lava in, setting up a drill to drill out the floor. So first drill out your hole, right? Your entire hole. Then fill in a floor underneath where you want your lava to be in. Fill in your lava, then drill that floor out. Right? Set up the floor right here. Get your lava in place, then drill out your lava. Did I... Wait, what? Oh no, that's just... Okay, no, never mind. Okay, I think we're at the ground now. Oh no, not yet. Almost. Good. So now, technically, I should be able to set up 2 steam engines in here that would provide me power. Great. Great. Because I do want like my control, my speed control in the middle. My overall speed control. Yeah, I mean, while you're waiting, you set up your steam engines. And you should be fine, right? Should be fine. So we'll do... Let's, you know what, let's do... I kind of want to do like 1 engine over here. 1 engine over here. What's the max size of a steam engine you can get? How many layers? Would this be enough? A Throwlash subscription? A Throwlash subscription? Question mark? Oh no, that's the wrong. A tier 1 subscription. Thank you. You're going in the jar. Hello, can we focus, please? Focus, class. $6 of interrupted egg. Uninterrupted. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so... we could do that, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that enough for a full engine? Yeah, I know, but what size do I need to make it? Also, yeah, no, that. What size do I need to make it? Is 8 enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is 7 enough? I think it only needs to be 9 tall, to be honest. But this is 7. No, 9. 3 tall. Wait, what? Oh, you only need to be this tall. -6 tall, level 9. Okay. That'll be fine then. I like how it kind of supports the roof. Then we can get our steam engines in. Like that, like this, right? And then does that work? Can I now just do... No, okay, never mind. Never mind. Oh, I don't like that. Don't like it. Level 9 boiler. Okay, so we're good. So actually, I could take off the top layer then. Can I get... Good. That, and then we'll have our speed controller sit in the middle. And then I think if I'm actually like solid, I could probably get one mechanical arm to sit back here and get both of these axes to lava. So I am gonna have to dig it back a little bit, or we could set it over here, like in the middle. Right? We could have it sit right here. Service both targets, and then we also need to get enough water in here, which should be fairly easy to do, because we can do that. Come on, pump. Okay, apparently we don't like the pump. Pump right there. I feel like that should be enough right there to go. There we go. And then the only thing you want to do is grab it. You only need 2 pumps per engine. To get sufficient water flow, I've always had to do like... I mean, we could try, just set them at the back. Okay, and then we need a bucket of water. Max speed, 2 pumps, sufficient for level 9. Okay, good. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well, because I sure am. This is the fun part of like building a workshop. It's like figuring everything out, getting the puzzle in there, you know? Okay, let's do speed control. Like overall speed control is gonna be set up over here. I need a cogwheel do want this to be like straight underneath here, so we'll do that. Never mind, we'll set this one to the front. And then set up you. And then over here we can go backwards basically from this point on. With a double lane output. One of these I'll use to power the entire workshop, and then the other one will power the steam engines, which is basically this thing, right? Yeah. Making sure I don't fall in. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst case right now, but it would be pretty annoying to do in the actual world. Might have to invest in some lava-proof armor. Right, so that guy is gonna power these 9 things, which, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Alright, I need to uncover all of these first. Also, I need to get a spot where it can get its stuff, which is probably gonna be back here. So we'll have lava tank. I feel like we can have lava tank back here in the wall. Of course, we want it to look clean and good, but it's not always going to be the case, right? Like that. And then we'll have hello James, welcome in, hope you're doing well. We'll have a tapo. I need to, okay, there is a way to do this efficiently, but I always forget how to do it. It does involve, who do you think will do the dungeon first? I don't know, it depends on when I get it ready, I guess. Hopefully a lot of people just like get on it real quick. I also hope that people actually enjoy themselves doing it, and it doesn't end up being some sort of how do I say this? So some sort of letdown for people, because it's been all hyped up and stuff. I don't really want to do that. Spartan Depot is the simplest. Yeah, but I want it to cycle constantly, right? So this is a very compact way. I've always kind of done it this way. Probably there is an easier way to do it, but I've done it this way forever. Okay, so that then we do pump you, and this is where these guys come in. We are gonna grab some you, and then just cog, that way we can power these back here, and then we also can bring this up to power this pump. Can't wait to see Foxy do it, and Legion. Yeah, I kind of want to see everyone's reaction. I've had one person do like half of the dungeon, and they were doing pretty well, but it was still pretty. like you have to look for things, obviously, right? It's not something that you could just do easily. Now we have that set up, right? But we also need to get lava in here, which is another story. So what I might do, brass funnel depot except empty bucket. Yeah, that's there. It's there. Don't worry, we have it. Okay, so now I hope I can reach everything. Then we'll deposit in there, extract from there. Okay, so that's now set up. Now we have to restore our boiler. Okay, restore the boiler. It's good. And now we need to actually get lava into this tank, which might actually be harder than... Although, not really. We could go underneath. We do have to remember to set this up first, though, then. So what we could do is have our host pulley sit over here. And we want you to face with the host part. I'm not going to see anything, am I? Right there. And then we want to go, like, have that go all the way down. Is that going down now? Yes. I'm going to sit here for a while. Also, technically in creative, we could do this, right? Is that going down? Nope, that's going up. Okay, boom. Restore the floor. No, never. Not restore the floor. So I need to get behind here. I'll fix it. I'll fix it, chat. Don't worry. I'll fix it. Because now we need another pump. Which I don't know how I would. I mean, easy right there. Boom. Boom. Go the other way around, please. And then that is going to fill. That's going to fill our stuff in. There we go. Now I need to get back up here. So I need to crank this. This is going to be our jump start, basically. I hope that works. So that we can... Never mind. But we can test it out and see if it works. We can always start it with some... Okay, so that is... What does that say? Doesn't say anything. Oh, probably because I don't have goggles on. It looks like it's doing work. It looks like it's doing the work. Okay, let's do 16 input. Set this to as fast as possible. And see if this is... It is filling up enough. Question is, now that we're creating that, Why is it not producing power? It's burning though. Oh, these are not set correctly. Never mind. Never mind, I'm stupid. There we go. Now we're creating steam power. Oh, I like the look of it. I like the look of it. Actually looks good. Now we can see how much torque we are building. Not torque, stress. Can we do that from here? Is that going to create the same? Probably, right? Yeah. I feel like in creative, if you're in creative, you should be always having the goggles on. I feel like that should be a standard thing in creative. No? That's decent. What is this? This is going to be our actual base. Size heater. Okay, so size, technically we could go bigger. No? No? No, never mind. I don't care. Now we need to get power over here so that we can drop our stuff down. But I don't want it to be this fast, so I'm gonna get H Hall is level 11. This is level 9. I don't care, it's probably gonna be enough. So I need to get you power. So we'll do that. This. Can't go without blaze cakes. Okay. I kind of want to do. Okay, let's do you. So you're going to be my input for my elevator. This is going to be output. So we're going to have to be creative here. Get some encased chain drives in here. Like that. And then we'll run this along the walls. I'll probably have to run it over here. So I'll put like a guy in here. Maybe point it the right direction. Gotta love power routing, right? Let's set it to like 32. I found that either 32 or 64 is the best for elevators. Okay, then we put our controls. Where you at? Where's my controls at? Right there. This is not gonna be their final position. Elevators require redstone. Oh, right. Oh, dude, this is the annoying part. How? It's not that. It's redstone contacts. So we'll do one here, one there, and then. So this is gonna sink down. So that means I need to go down another layer. Place air. You know what? Why don't we just let it flood? you know? Why don't we just let it flood? Because that wouldn't be very nice, would it? Okay, so technically, if I now get, come on, you glued to that, is that not glued? Is that part not glued? It isn't. Wait, why is that? Use a creeper to mine diamonds. That is vile. That's crazy, but it's a good challenge. What color do you want? What color do you want? I've got green. I have one blue left. I've got plenty of green. I've got two oranges, two orange ones, one yellow, and only one red. No, half a red. I don't mind. I'm gonna get you a green then. Sorry, you don't have to say sorry. It's just, it's that kind of challenge is crazy. That kind of challenge is crazy. Okay, I'll add it to the gumball machine later. Okay, let's check if I've actually glued everything together now. Okay, good. Okay, so now this is an elevator, basically. Never mind. I didn't glue anything. But I like the aesthetic. I like the whole do that. Let's do that. Now, my question is, can I still interact with this guy if I have a stock ticker on this? So we'll have workshop over there, and then this will be our stock ticker. So even if we're down here or up there, we can access our inventory. That's the plan, at least. Yeah, I like it. And of course, we'll do something with the walls and stuff, but I like it so far. Let's use our imagination now and get some... First of all, let's list what we want to add over here. Right? What kind of things we want to do. Dude, I do really like it. Also, that's going to be really funny when people actually get into the house and the floor is going to be gone. Honestly, it'll be down most of the time because I'll just fly in and go down most of the time. But hey, we can keep it going. Let's grab a list and let's see what would you guys put in a workshop, in a create workshop? What would you put into a create workshop? You need iron. I might actually do an iron farm in a different building. Because this one is already going to be quite extensive. This is purely workshop, right? No farms, purely workshop. Press, yes. Pack, yes. Wait, pack? Saw, yes. Crush, yes. Fans, yes. Mixers, yes. Shaft casings. That's again, that you're producing again. I'm talking about like. Oh, right, compressing. Yes. I'll just do compress. I kind of want to do oxidizer, so oxidize and wax as well. I kind of want to do grind wheels. Set those up. I want a brass slash. Yeah, those are I have the fans. Brass slash alloy. What else? Share what I have. Brass and alloy. What else? Do I just go back to spawn and see what they have over there? I turned everything off at spawn in this world for obvious reasons. Because that thing is crazy. You only know how laggy spawn is when you try and run it on your own computer and not on the server. Okay, we are in the right direction. Spawn. Spawn. So everything's turned off, but I can look at my setup and see what I have going on. So we have press, right? Crushing. We've got grind wheels. That's something I want. Rails. We'll do rails another time. Then this is alloy or brass, whatever. What else do we have? Oxidizing is over here and waxing is over here as well. What else do I have? I think that's about it. I have... Oh no, wait, never mind. Never mind. We have saw over here. We've got fans over here. Those I have on the list. I kind of want to do... I can buy those, that's fine. I think that's about it then. I think we've got everything I listed. We'll start with what I have listed. Right? Yeah. We'll start with what I have listed and then we'll figure out if I need more. I'm gonna guess, hope that we're at the right spot. Oh no, I could have gone a little longer, but that's fine. Dude, it's so cute for like a main base building, and I like that. Like, people are not gonna expect this to be my all-time base kind of area. So, I want the... How do I do this? Probably chain conveyors, right? So we could do chain conveyors sitting right here, or we could have them sit over here and then do like a U shape. Right? Which I think I might like more. Right? And then I feel like we can have like a tunnel either going to the back or to the sides to come out somewhere, probably to the back. To come out somewhere over here, and then it'll go up to whatever farms we need it to go. Right, yeah, that's probably gonna be the plan. Okay, let's start with our basics, right? Let's start with let's start with our presses. Press. Oh, mixer. Press, press and basin, mixer. Crushing as well. Oxidize. Dude, I feel like you should be able to put. Can you put crushers like that? I feel like you should be able to put crushers like that. You know, it would be so much easier, so much compacter. So we need to make sure that we're staying within this area. So I'm just gonna go. I feel like that should be enough. Let's replace air with stone. So I'll always have like a station and then a station back. So we'll have two frogs sitting over here. That connect up to our guy. I'm not gonna have to go that far back, but for now that'll do. So let's do a barrel, 2 barrels on what kind of block? I do want something that's a little more colorful than just the deep slate, but I also don't want it to be off, you know? I want colorful, goes for the least colorful item. What are we thinking? I don't mind it. You know what? I don't mind this at all. And then we have one. We'll have one input, one return. Always. Right? So from here on out, we'll do a funny thing called oh, but you know what? Instead of doing that, we should probably do barrel here and then a vault. And you'll see why in a second. Like that. So then I can offset these. I can get you in like this. Boom. Press this. Well, technically I don't care for this, but we'll do 1, 2, 3. You there. Boom. You do that, which is good. Okay, good. So that's technically our output. We'll have another barrel in here. That's basically input, output. like that. And then we'll do press right here. And then the next one goes on just next to it. Doesn't have to be any harder. So why have I offset these is now I can just run one shaft this way to power all of these guys, and then I can also run a shaft right here to power the rest. And now I just need to offset these. So that they don't interconnect. And then we have to do the same over here. Boom. Boom. And so now I need to power the back one to rotate that direction, and the other one this direction. Hello. Wait, is this the optimal way of doing things? Is this really the optimal way of doing things? It's gonna be a lot of belts. I feel like I can avoid those. I feel like there should be a way to avoid those, you know? First of all, before we do anything stupid. Item drains? Yeah, but there is a big difference with how item frames work. Like, they'll work. It's mostly like, how am I compact? Which does not allow for a lot of just doesn't allow for a lot of change or variation. That's what I'm looking for. So we could do item frames, sure. Then have this set up, right? Is this Factorio? No, but it's kind of looking like it. Right? The problem is what we could do technically is have all the output go into 1 volt, and that volt just sends it back, right? So what we could do is have like press here. Just bear with me, chat. Press here. You make factories close enough, Factorio. Fair, yes. Right, we have press here. When we're done, and this is the problem with item. You can't filter them. Okay, which we don't actually want. But we do that. We go out here, have another item drain, and that goes into a set of belts basically that run into one barrel or 1 volt over here that sends stuff back into our system, into our inventory system. That could work. Also need to think of an inventory system. How am I gonna do that? How do I do I don't need an inventory system like Distributed Stone. I don't need it to be that big. But I do need it to be bigger than what I have now, with the same redundancy. Into a vault with an attribute filter. Fair. Dude, it's too big. It's too bulky. I feel like that's been set up for looks, and it looks great, by the way. But it hasn't been set up for space, right? It's not set up so it's good on space. It takes up a lot of space. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, see, that's the problem. It's gonna throw these away before it gets pressed. Which is not what I want. Does it press? I don't think it presses on. Yeah, no. How this one do that? Has to be pressed to filter. I know, but it won't. There's no way to filter pressing, you know? I don't just want to press iron sheets in this. I want to press every sheet. I want to everything that uses a press. I want to be able to be done by this station, right? This is a general press, so I feel like we'll have to use belts for this. Can't do it the other way around. Item filter, no, item filters are dedicated item filters. So that then I would have to say, I only want iron sheets, or and brass sheets and copper sheets. But then let's say I want cardboard. Let's say I want cardboard. If I don't have cardboard, right? So that's kind of why I'm not sold on the idea of using those. On the attribute, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. See, it's not a filter. Press depot, yes, but still, that doesn't fix the problem. That does not fix the problem. That's not the fix on this end. So that will be this. Where I can use item drains, I will, but most of these I'm gonna have to do with belts. Then saw. See, saws, I know I can do. Let's do a different press first. See, now I can do. I know it's 3x3 by 1 volt with like 7 breast funnels, brushable items. Still, not. That's not space efficient. It needs to be space. We need to fill this up with farms or with processes. It needs to be efficient. I like the fact that you're coming up with ideas, but they're not what I'm looking for right now. It's not that it needs to be compact, it needs to be all-inclusive. So it needs to house it needs to accept every element, right? Okay. I'm the guy of just tweak values until it works without caring why it works. I like the idea of having these just stations. You can kind of still see what's going on, but they're just like kind of hidden away. Okay, let's do that. Then we have what? Compress. So we have press, compress. Oh. Then I have saw. Another subscription. Come on, give it to me. Rachel again with a gifted to Rogue Orca. I need like foot pedals or something so I can switch scenes without having to press buttons. I know that's overkill, but I would like them. Elgato, if you're listening, I could use some. I might actually just get them. Maybe. Let me check something real quick. Because aren't there shells going on? Oh no. There they got Elgato sales going on. Foot pedals. Okay, why can I not just click into these? Right. Let's see. Are there shells going on? No. Never mind. Not buying them right now. One day I'll get them. Let's get back to this still. Alright, now I need to do what? Saw? Is that what we're going? Yes, saw. So, I think saw is one of those that I don't think we can do with a item train. I don't think this is a possibility. Let me get you. Needs to go the other way. And we can always try. See if it works. Let's get some logs. And see if we can strip them. Oh, wait, that actually works. Never mind. I like it. Good. Now, there's another thing that we want to do with saws, is we want to be able to get over here to change that filter. Right? So what I'll probably do is once every other one is have like a walkway going into these. I think that'd be cool. Right? Okay. Saw. Okay, that's good. Then we need crushers, and this is where we're gonna take a bit of a bigger stance. Also, yeah, but I want to be able to just go down, get in here, change that filter, and then send everything that I want over here, right? Because if I want large amounts of a certain block, let's say I need a lot of cut limestone, I just want to be able to send it through the saw. Okay. There we go. That's gonna be our crushing wheels. 2. What else? Crushings, and then we have fans, but I kind of want to do fans. We either do this, right? Because fans take up a little more space than you think. Because we would have to have fans set over here, right? Because we would need to have power come up over here then. Which is fine. Like, I don't mind. Fans. Barrels would have to go here. I'd use brass for the crushing wheels. Fair. That is fair. Again, I would only set them to like 16 though. Like that, and then that. So we could do it this way. Right? Yeah. Or we could rotate them and have them lengthwise. Is also an option. Right? Have the fans go this direction. Is also an option. And that way we'd be able to see the items move. Because right now they're quite obstructed. If I do this, right? Let's do 4. Barrel. You know, you can see like the items move. Then we need to count 1, 2, 3, and then barrels again. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, it's me again. Chat, you're gonna be on the screen. Chat, start moving. Chat, start moving. Hello, me again. Thank you, Midnight Gamer. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a lovely time. I sure am. Set that back 1 just to be sure. There you go. Yeah, we're setting up our new base basically. So what we have, we're doing creative planning first. This is going to be our new area. This is going to be our starter house. And what I decided to do is, instead of making this massive building, right? Instead of making this massive building, is having a small cozy building where I can still do like some decorative stuff. We'll kind of have like a little kitchen over here, but then most of the workshop is going to go beneath here, right? We'll have our power source. We'll have our workshop set up. That's the plan. The plan is actually very simple. Should this put it look better? Yeah, but they won't. I don't think they'll all connect to the same elevator. So, I don't know. They will. I mean, do they all have to have power then? Because then it'll start getting ugly. Because like, I don't always have space. Like over here, I don't have space to hide a power source. Oh, I'm fine with how it looks. I'm fine with how it looks. You and you. I always need to like remember to not put the lava next to the water. And ceiling. Yeah, but I don't want to put it in the ceiling. I don't want to put them in the ceiling because then you'll always see the rope. I like how the circles are by a rope. I don't mind. Okay. You know what we probably should be doing is power all of this. What I'm gonna probably do is extend. Don't you freaking dare. Let's extend this over. And then before we get over here, we're gonna bring it to the back. I'll figure out, I'll see if I can change it up when I actually have a functioning workshop. Okay, see, this is where you and I are gonna be annoying. Okay. Question is, how are we gonna get these to power? What if? Still the wrong direction. But this would be the right direction. Nice. Okay. Then my plan was to have a line of these guys to go over the ceiling and just tap into that. There we go. And then over here we could do like that, horizontal gearbox. Set horizontal gearbox, please. Press running. You running. Ooh. Since this won't be loaded all the time, I don't feel bad for not putting in anything. Anything that's wait, that's the right direction. Yes. I don't feel bad for not putting in like switches and stuff. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. And if I do that, will that... No, okay. Those are easy fix. Boom. There we go. Is there a reason none of... Oh, yeah. There is a reason none of those are working. Because I am going to have to fix this. I mean, I could do... gearbox. Would this work? Haha! That does work. Wait, however, gonna move. Wait, what? No, that works. Boom. And then we do right there. We do no, never mind, this is not gonna work. Well, it technically would work, but I am gonna have to move everything up because I need the speed controller. I need to speed control this. Yeah, I need speed control it. So I am gonna have to move all of them. Which, you know, it's not the worst, but I should have thought about it. Should get a bucket of lava right now. And the reason why I need the speed control is I need this to run at like 8 RPM. Otherwise, it's gonna be way too fast. Okay, let's set this up. 16, and 16. Why 16? That's the optimal smelting. Otherwise, you're just smelting too fast. Doesn't really matter which ones we do there. And then we get our power in place. Let's clear the inventory real quick. I feel like we should be able to... How? What's the easiest way of doing this? I feel like easiest way is to make sure that we're in line here. That way we can use a belt to power this. Set this to 8. And then we just whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. Damn, it's not far. Okay. I was not... I was overestimating the speed. I'm just curious, will this work if I do this? Since you're doing beltless, I'd place it one level lower to get full block funnels. Wait, one block. I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I want them to have to wait because I only want them to be able to do 16 at a time. There's a lot of bulk smelting. If I actually need bulk smelting, I'll probably have the smelting done at the farm itself. Right? This is not meant to bulk smelt anything. Like, not in like huge quantities. But like a couple of stacks at a time should be fine. Okay. We should also start thinking about locations for our packagers. We could do a nifty system of having like all the packagers to sit to the side. Can I lurk here? And I gotta go. Yeah, you can always lurk. Lurkers are great. That kind of does defeat the way. Like we could have. But that. Ooh. We could do that. Or we have this guy set on this side. Yeah, but that, no. No, that doesn't work. Okay. I don't want it to, like, on top is gonna give it, it's gonna make it so much taller than it needs to be. But it kind of also works. You know, also kind of works. Let's just do on top, and then we can have a little walkway in here to change that thing. Okay, so we have those. What else? We have got the fans in. Mixers. Mixer is an important setup, isn't it? Can I get this out here? That would be perfect. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, so mixer here, which probably better to do with these guys. Okay, basin. Do I want a mixer with I want one with lava, one without lava, and one with water, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 3 mixers. Maybe we start those on the other side. Because we're getting to like a point where... Right, we'll do... How deep did I go here? So it's 1, 2. Because I do want it to be kind of symmetrical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this is the 7th block, so we do need to do that. So that technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is now identical. Do that. Probably bring this guy around. If you don't want smoke from particles using blaze burners, I mean, it's fine. I don't mind it. It's fine. How do I get it over? I don't want to. I want to come from behind here somewhere. Kind of want it to look symmetrical. I don't mind it not coming from the same source, but I do want it to look symmetrical. So I do want those two to come out from the same height. Yes. All right. Sir, you're not supposed to be here. I know. But company rules, dude. Can't be here. Let's do that. Now, this is where things get interesting. How are we getting lava and water? Water is fine, right? Water is fine. It's mostly lava. Speed control central to match the other one. This one? What? No, that's our main speed controller. That controls the main output. So we'll get dry over here, right? That's our dry basin. Then I want to do water here. And lava on the other side. Now the problem here. Or we do dry here. I think that's going to be the way to do it. And then our fluids over here. On the wall? Wait, what? Oh, here? I mean, this is just because it goes to the elevator. I don't need a speed controller over here. So I probably won't do that. Do that. I mean, if I do it that way, I don't need... I just want it to be a logical order. So this is going to be our water one. Dude, no. No. Don't do that. And then I'll probably have like a water source. I know this is quite far back, but believe me, I don't want this to be too close. Okay. That's good. And then lava we're gonna get from over there, which I kind of either want to bring from above or from, like, we could have a line running behind this. Actually, that would actually work, because then we can put cogs in the line whenever we need it. Should be hitting lava right here. Make sure we don't. Let's do that. We could have first one set up over here. It's fine. And then now we dip, right? We have to dip below this line as well. Or we dip and we go... Okay, so this is where things get ugly, and this is why we hide all of this. Right? So we go down another 2. No. Like that, yes. This is why we hide all of this. Because I like pipes, but they're not the easiest to work with. For obvious reasons. Okay, so this is gonna be our first pump. I just want to see how far this gets us. Hello, Amir. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Does that get us all the way over here? I don't think it will. No. I expected as much. So what if I do another one here? Hello? Oh, don't tell me I'm like one short. That's crazy. You're the goat? I wouldn't say I'm the goat. I don't think that's how I would describe myself. But I guess thank you for the compliment. Okay, and then if I get rid of this one, do we still get lava? We do, okay. Okay, that works. That works. I think the added like curves that we added in just ticked it over that range. But this works, and then we have to power this guy somehow, which should be fairly easy if we come from here into another one over here. Can I get to there? Great. Boom, boom. Good. Good. Bucket of water. Let me see. Maybe we just get an actual pipe in there, you know? You know, might actually be handy. Alright, so that works. So we've got one for water, one for lava, and one for just dry mixing. Of course, we need to add in, let's do bulk input. Hello, Bertolnik, welcome in. How you doing? And then, of course, we need our barrel set up. Okay, so that's our mixers. Well, technically not yet. Let's do... Nope. That, and then we only need to power one of these, which I am gonna do from here, because we already have that set up. What are we working on today? So we're working on the new base. We're trying to figure out a layout for our new workshop that we're going to be using after we are done with the dungeon. We're moving out to a new area, and this is going to be what's in there. Again, I've proven to everyone that I like being underground, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You know what I might actually do? Is just have like one of these like this, and then just use a belt to power it. Yeah, that works. that works. What else do we need? What else did we put on the list? So mixers, oxidizers, and waxers. Okay, I do want to set cycle for oxidizers. I want a way of making it so that I can oxidize to a certain level. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Can we use attribute filters to detect oxidization? I hope we can. Building block can be sanded. No, okay. That should also be like one of those attributes. But basically I want there to be a way so that I can cycle through the entire process from just normal copper to oxidized copper. How though? Like I could set up a belt system like this. Oh yeah, no, it's actually very easy to do. It's actually very easy to do. So we would have a belt, right? It's gonna take up a lot of space, but we would have a belt. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're a lot of numbers. Pull up the lottery. Come on. 12, 58. Okay. You have not won, Mama. It's 27, 56, 60, 9, and 49. Those are your numbers. Oh, Sam, welcome in. Come on, focus. No, it's not focusing, but you haven't won. You haven't won. That's the gist of it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we do this, right? And every one of these is gonna be an output for one of our blocks, basically, right? And then this will end here. Boom. Oh wait. Right, this needs to be. I'm gonna set it up and then see if we can reorient it to be either more space efficient or either in another direction. Because this is not space efficient at all. But what I would do is have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our output barrel would be here. So basically what you would do is if you want it to only be oxidized to one stage, technically I don't need 4, so I could shorten it by 1, right? Give me a second. Thinking about making vanilla world where I start in the nether, can't leave. Thoughts? I mean, do whatever you want. Doesn't sound like it's fun, but it's a good challenge for sure. Right, so if you want it to be oxidized one level, you send it to this barrel, right? No, waxing is another. It's gonna be another station. I mean, we could do waxing in the same. We could do waxing in the same area. Because then everything gets automatically waxed. Is that the idea? Is that the idea? It's not really a challenge so much as it is to get over my fear in Nether. I mean, sure. So this would be fully oxidized and waxed, right? So one stage of Ox 2 and then a fully oxidized wax. This is the almost fully green one. This is the almost copper one, and this is the copper one. The thing is, this is not space efficient at all. How can I make this more? What layout can I use that I still can get my frogs to? I mean, technically, I could make it a square. I could make it a square, technically. Right, if I do this, we do that, half another barrel. But then I come back over here, which is not where I want to be. So that's also not an option. Huh. How can I make that more efficient, people? Tell me, please, let me know. You can put the spot same output. It's not necessarily the space that it takes this way, it's the space that I'm losing behind here. That kind of like ruins it for me, you know? So I want it to be in the depth. I want it to be built up in the depth. And I know that's my brain and it's stupid, I know, but it's kind of how my brain works. We could make some fun arrangements. Snake pattern. What we could do is do this, right? Yeah, just hold on, guys. Just believe in me. Believe in me. So what if I do that? And we have a weighted ejector at the end of each of these. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? we have you, so you would be main input. That. Weighted ejectors. Wait, do they have to be in? Wait, how do you select a target though? Oh, can it just fling it right into the barrel? Wait, why is it not? Oh, it's because of the. Okay. I'd run a belt along the end for the spout. What? You would looking good, but I'd run a belt along the end for the spout. Oh, that could work. So then you do output here, and then that actually is a better idea. Never mind. That actually is a better idea. Chat, you're smarter than me. It's been proven multiple times. Do that, and then you do spout here. That's what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? And then a hand deployer thingy here. Is that what we're saying? 'Cause I kind of like it. It only does one at a time, so we'll be fine with these guys. Okay. I do have to power this guy, so we'll do what we did with the other guy. Boom. And then we get. That's not. Wait, are honey blocks in building blocks or not? Natural blocks. Wait, is that? Wait, that's natural block? Don't you have to craft those? Maybe we don't do it, because that would be 2 areas drawing from the same source. Which might just not be the most efficient. So if we do this, we can get you in there. And then we do pump right here, which should be like enough to get this one going. Of course, we do need it to go in the right direction. Okay, that's good. We will connect these up. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome in. Do the ceiling. Oh, camera died. This is going to be the camera for now. Is it focused? Is it in focus? Yes. Good. Sometimes the camera dies because of because it overheats, basically. Okay, I do kind of want to test this out, though. I don't think this is gonna be... How am I mean, I could go around the side. And then we just link all of these up. Okay, let's see. If I put some copper in here, will this actually work? A block of copper. Let's do 64. Hey! And then if I... Let's say I split these up in 3. Hey, this is actually pretty good. I like it. And then I can just say waxer, oxidizer, weatherer, and exposer, basically. Good. Another one, done. Good. Like it. All waxed. Next one, and I'll just line it up so I can put it in the same barrel over there. That way we're not losing too much space. Next one on the thing is grind wheels. Which should be fairly easy, I guess. Takes these guys, takes some of these guys. You. Hello, Danny Hana. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Waiting for your next video. It is next week though. It's not something that's gonna come out this week. So next Wednesday is the goal. There we go. Wait, why are you not turning? Oh, it's because it's flipped around. There we go. Just excited for the newspaper. I mean, technically it's out for the guys already. So you might see it in others' videos, other people's video. But not on mine just yet. Okay, so it's going the wrong direction, which is not great. Why? Why are you going the wrong direction? Can I just do this then? I mean, yeah, if it works, it works. The bottom was rotated, but just not the right direction. This is such a better way of doing this than the actual vanilla way. Or the actual base create way. I shouldn't say vanilla. Okay, so. Then we need a brass and an alloy farm. Or system. Which... So here's the problem with this, right? Brass and alloy, andesite alloy, right, is one of these things that consists of two items. It's either copper and zinc or what is it called? Hello, brain? Andesite. That's what it's called. Andesite and iron nuggets. The problem is, right? We should have them be separated out, not manually, but we should have to not separate them manually. That's what I'm going for. So what I'm planning on doing is have a system that just sends everything over here, right? And then filters out both of them in funnels. So we'll have two filters set up. And then one of those is going to be copper and andesite. And then the other one is going to be zinc and iron nuggets. Right? That way, if we send 1,000 zinc and 1,000 copper, they both get separated. Or if we send 1,000 iron nuggets and 1,000 pieces of andesite, they get separated. That's the plan, right? That's the plan. Then we need... This is the complicated one of the bunch. This is definitely not the easiest to set up. We'll need a basin, right? With an output, of course. Have to run. Enjoyed watching. No, hopefully you enjoy it much more in the future. That is. You're always welcome. Let's do those. We'll do input. So this is our output. Good. You'll need a blaze burner for brass. Yes, that's why we left a little spot in there. So method to feed lava. I know. Don't worry. I've thought about it. We'll be back. Thank you for the warm welcome. You're always welcome. Don't worry about it. So I always want a 1. So blaze burner. I'll just set up a temporary little tank. Here, right? Is there any way I can still reach it? That's good. Yeah, you going all the way over here. I feel like we won't need it to be this big. So I can stretch that all the way. Reach this guy. I need a vertical one. Then belt. Which then I can also use this guy for potential other things, right? How am I gonna get... We'll just do the same setup, don't we? So we'll set it down one, because otherwise it'll reach up too high. Like that. And then spout. Don't ask me how I knew that would happen, but somehow I did know. So hang the arm next to the mixer. Yeah, that's kind of, I kind of was planning on putting it right here. And then we can take from this guy. We can also set this down. And then, like, I don't know, create a little area that's sunk down. Just so it's visually available. The question is, where do I... The only place I can really put the bump is right here, which isn't gonna make it easy for us to power it. Never mind. I can squeeze something in here. I can squeeze something in here. Right there. So that should be running. Now we need to set our filters. Filter here. Filter here. Get buckets in here. And then get an arm. Take from here. Deposit in there. And deposit in there. Boom. Okay. Okay. Now, lava should be fairly easy since we've already brought it over here. We just need to branch off of this one. Which I feel like we just go all the way back and then up, I guess. Depending on where I got power from. Simply the depot set with assemble depot. Wait, what? Restful on it. I mean, I like it. It's fine. It's fine. It'll do the job. Okay, let's get this done. Over here, I should put a little tank so that we have backup if needed. I do need to pump that up then, which we'll have to figure out how to do. Should be easy enough as to do that. Do this right here. And then we need to come down here somewhere. Welcome to the ugly part of Create. Which still kind of looks okay, but it's not like aesthetically pleasing. You know? This isn't why we play the game. Let's see. Hey. Okay. And so the funny thing is you can leave that burning, right? That can burn forever, even if it's making andesite alloy. It doesn't really care if there's a blaze burner underneath it. So let's say we put in iron. Let me show what I mean. Do that and that. So even if it's trying to make something, right? It doesn't really care if there's a blaze burner underneath. It'll still make the andesite alloy. So that's why we can combine these two systems. But this already looks pretty cool. Like, will this be fast? No, but it doesn't have to be fast. I'll be making a batch of bulk alloy, and then when I start running low, I'll make another batch. Now, we do have to set up our return system, which I feel right here we're going to cut close, but what I want to do is I want to make like a... either do that. But you see how all of these are in line, and the same goes for these. All of these are in line, right? I want to set up a belt that brings everything in a central. Maybe we do the old-fashioned central vault like this. Maybe even to round off the area, basically. And so I would push it back 3 more blocks, right? Slash wand. Let me get rid of that fault temporarily. That, and then do this. Right, that's gonna be our end. And then we can have our stuff come up like to the side of it. So we would have to run the belt along here, right? Just fine. I can live with that. Like that, and then we do you even. Boom. Yeah, how far does this go? We're gonna... I'm gonna hide the transition over here. Because then I can hide it underneath. What I want to do here is I want it to turn right before here. Wait, yes. And then over here, I want it to end up so that we like this, basically. And I'll do this on both sides, just because I think it'll be cool. Right? Because then you'd see things come in here, and then the results come up here, and it would get sent back out here. Basically. We would have light in here. We close that off. Get like a tunnel right there. Let's get you. You, come on. And now I need to figure out this, how we're gonna rotate this. If it's as easy as I hope it will be, probably not. It never turns out the way I want it to turn out, but yeah, okay. I could have imagined that happening. We can, though, do this, and then hide all of this with a tunnel. But I think that looks pretty nifty, I would say. Of course, we still need to decorate everything, but that'll work. The problem here is that we'll run into this system. So I'll probably set this back one. Which is, I mean, it's not great, it's not perfect, but still better than nothing. Do that. Set depot here. Depot here. I'll do hopper on this side. You on that side. And then we do this right here. There, that's good. And then I just need some pipes. How's it going? It's going pretty well. We're making progress. Do need to take you again. We'll take from there. Deposit in there. Deposit in there. Boom. Wait, what? Limits? Is that a limit? That's crazy. Take deposit. Nope. So deposit in there. Deposit in there. Take from there. Okay, so that allows us to put our belt in here, which, yeah. Is gonna run underneath this guy. It's fine, which is fine. Do that, which is gonna run up here. We'll hide transition in here somewhere. And then we go from here all the way in here. And then, yeah, okay, I've got it. Good. So you go all the way over here, there. You transition into here. Wait, how did I? Okay. Just making sure what direction I went to. So we have one of these. You go in there, you go in there, you're rotating in the correct spot. Switch you over. Boom. And we get flung up, which is great. That's kind of what we want. Of course, the walls will need some decoration, but that's for a later, that's a future me problem. For now, I just want this to be functional. Okay, now we go across here, make sure all of this works, or all this is set up. And I think one is gonna be enough, at least that's the hope, that one of these is gonna be enough. Oh. But I think that's everything. I've got a little more space in here, so if we missed anything, we can always add it in here. But I feel like we've got everything in here that we needed to. Right? Looking good. It's very compact. Like, there's a lot of systems in here. But I keep feeling like I'm missing one. I just don't know what it is. Huh. Don't know what it is. That's the problem. I like it though. And then over here we can do whatchamacallit, do like boards. Where are they? I'm going to be watching previous videos as I... Wait, I'm gonna rewatch previous videos as I honestly don't remember much. Plus I enjoy watching Create videos, so I'm pretty badly. I mean, you'll be fine. They're not like, you can get through them quite fast. I've only posted 9, so by doing that it completes it entirely. Like right now it's like, we could technically also do this side, you know, just complete it. I do, okay, before I go though, I do need to set up, let's do output here, like that, and then outputs here, 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 and here. And then the same goes for this side. We have output here, and then output, output, output. Alright, let's see. If I want to put something in every one of these to see if it'll work. So, piece of iron. Okay, so that's good. Put these on there. That one works. Basin, that's like 9 pieces of iron. Nine pieces of iron. Oh, you see, okay, this is the problem with this guy, right? It's gonna make other stuff. So I need to be able to set the filters here and here, which is gonna be where that walkway comes in. I also want to change that one out for a bulk. That way I can set up a filter. Let's say I want to do blocks of iron, right? And that's gonna end up all in here. Great. Always set filter on your end with a bunch of... Wait, what? I mean, this is temporary. It's not gonna do... Like, these are gonna change every time. Mostly because I... So, okay, here's my... The reason why I'm doing this is I use a lot of cut limestone. So what I want to do is I want to be able to come in here, set that filter, and then send thousands of limestone over here to get cut up, right? That's the plan. And then once it's done, or I want a different block, I'll change the filter. That's how easy it is. That works. Great. Let's grab you. Let's see if you are outputting correctly. Good. You know what I might do is I might actually set up a system that automatically transfers the nuggets of experience into liquid experience or something like that. I don't know. I feel like this would also work, right? I don't see why this shouldn't work. gonna take a little more time, but yeah, see, okay, already in there. Oh wait, yeah, no, the crushed sink is because of crushing the sink. What uses brass? I think it's, let's do, is it tough? That uses, yeah. So let's do a stack of both. You and then cobblestone. Okay, that's good. That's working. And then these will work too, because they're all the same, basically. And then this also worked. At least I already tested most of it. We can test it again though. With, let's just do this one. Okay, that's good. This one will probably also work, and this one will probably also work. Yeah. Okay, that works. That works. So, to kind of show you what the idea is behind this is, right? Oh, hello. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, so we come in, right? This will be our guy, so we'll have our stock ticker somewhere in here. I still need to figure out, I might actually add a second level for storage. So we have a second basement level, so we'll have workshop, right? This will be our workshop, and then we'll have another level that's for our basement, basically, for not basement, for our storage system. So that's the plan, right? Workshop, and this will be our home. Okay, I think that's gonna be it though for today. I'm cramping up, and I have a deadline. I really need to get this video done. So I'm gonna be editing for the rest of the night, I think. It's not great. So, quick recap for people who weren't here at the start of stream. I am going on a trip this Saturday, which means that I won't be live on Saturday, Sunday. I won't be live until, let me guess, let me look. I won't be live until the 10th or the 9th, I would say. The 9th of August. So it's about 2 weeks that I'll be gone. And I hope you enjoy yourself in those 2 weeks. I am going to go and raid into Mr. Chosen again, of course, because I think he does it well. Let's raid into Chosen. So people over on the YouTube site, you'll get the link to Chosen's channel. Feel free to go over on Twitch and say hi. I'm gonna head off. I wish you all the best weekend and the best 2 weeks, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.